gonna pretend like I'm not tired, because I am. But what's new, right? Always tired. Hello, hello. Like, I could go to bed right now. Oh, it would be so good. It would be. It would be delicious. I had to start taking my pre-workout earlier because I've been staying up all night. I was like, okay, you can't just be up. You have to go to bed, girl. We got stuff to do. Um, I also been a little bit like sneezy and stuff. Like, I guess a lot of people have been though. I was talking to my best friend and she was saying that her nose been running and stuff. I've been sneezing and it's just sneezes. I don't have any other symptoms, but I can't breathe. Like, take a deep breath through my nose because then it'll start tingling and them histamines don't be anti like the way they supposed to anti. And I can't take a deep breath or I'm gonna have to sneeze it out. Um, if you, I don't know where you are, but I feel like the most of the country is about to get hit with this storm. So you got a couple days. Make your preparations. Get your little storm boo. Get your storm boo settled out. Uh, you need to get your cake partner set up. Um, so somebody just, hey, big head in your inbox all of a sudden, you just know that somebody just trying to line up they cake partner. That's all. Listen, hey, it's nothing wrong with it. Do what you gotta do. Okay. Do what you have to do. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is for Ask Coach Catasha. That is our time frame for us to come in and talk about sexual health and other relationship, um, whatever you guys feel like talking about. Opening up a space to do something that it's not really a lot of spaces to do. So, just a place for us to talk about sex and relationships and bodies, the way stuff work, getting old, all kinds of things that's going on with your body that you may not know all about what's going on. So, this is a space for you to ask a certified sex educator. I am Katasha Gordon. You're a certified sex educator. I've been teaching sex ed since 2014, 2014, 15, something like that. It's been a bunch of years. I've been in it for a bunch of years. And so, with that being said, I have a lot of knowledge. Most of my work is on the ground. So, um, like the first, I don't even think until 2020 was when we went online. I was boots on the ground, baby. Teaching people about sex and sex education and helping people find themselves and, find a voice and learn how to advocate for their bodies and all types of things. And so, um, in that, I have created a great network of people who also do work along the same lines as me, but also that offer different niches of sex education. Some people teach, adolescence. Some people focus mainly on, postmenopausal. Some people have postpartum. Some people deal in pelvic pain and communication and touch and all types of things. So there's a lot of different sectors of sex education that are open and are available now. And so we just want to make sure that you guys know that it's out there, that there are resources out there so that you don't have to like try to navigate a lot of that on your own, right? It's not always fair. The expectation that you're just supposed to like figure it out. I don't want that for you. So that's what we're here for. So you can ask me any sexual health questions that you may have. You can drop them in the chat. We can answer them live. I am not here to shame you. That is not my job. My job is to make sure that you are being safe and that you are having fun. So that's all I care about. I'm not here to judge or try to convince you what you should and shouldn't be doing with your body. Listen, live it up. But you got to live. You got to do the living part. So we got to make sure that you are living it up, but you are also still living. Okay. So I'm here to help you figure it out, figure out safe ways to enjoy it, and hopefully connect you with other people who are of the same, like, ilk, right? We want to get y'all together. A lot of the dynamics are a tandem, so you work. You can't be a dominant if there is not a submissive. You can't be a rope top if there's no rope bottoms, and so there's a lot of dynamics that require another person, and sometimes it's hard to find those people. So this is a place where you might find some of those people. So please feel free to ask your questions. If you are shy and you don't want your questions to show up in the chat, or you don't want people in your business, totally understand. Not here to judge. Feel free to email those questions to me. You can send them to. Oh, no, we'll try that again. There we go. You can send them to expressionoverrepression@gmail.com, or you can find me on any social media. Just search Coach Catasha and I should pop up, and there you have it. It'll be me. So definitely, if you still have questions but don't want to, have a trail, right? Um, Please feel free to drop me a line, and I will bring the question back to the chat. We actually just thinking about it tickled me. I got a really good one today. It wasn't really a question, but I think it was a reminder for me, apparently. And I don't have no problem with it. Definitely remind me that we're a team. I'm not always gonna be perfect. I'm not always even gonna be right, but I'm always going to be curious. I'm always going to be curious, and I want to spread that to you. Um, so yes, drop your questions in the chat, or you can message me the questions, and I'll be happy to run them, to bring them back to the chat on your behalf, and I can still answer them. Okay. Now, whatever platform you on, there are certain words and phrases that are automatically flagged in the moderation system. I don't have anything to do with that. I personally don't want to have, I don't prefer moderating like words, because sometimes people just don't have the language. A lot of the times when we're using even offensive language, it's just because we don't know the other language. And so I can't fix that or correct that if we don't allow the language. So I can say, hey, of course there's going to be people who are going to go over that. But we always want to think that most people just don't know, right? And so opening up the floor for that. But I don't control that. And so if you are using spicy language, like, if you're saying something that could get you flagged, if you're mentioning body parts, things like that, just leave those words out, or put some little symbols or something. I'm really good with my context clues, so I'll figure out what it is that you're talking about. But if you don't see your question pop up in the chat, I'm not ignoring you. It just didn't come up. And so if you don't see me answer it, that means that it didn't come up, and you'll have to find another way to ask that question so that I can see it. And you can try as many ways as you want. Again, none of those moderations are set up by me. There, I have everything open. Give me what you got, and I'll fix it. I'll work on fixing it. So, okay. So we're just getting back. I didn't have a lot of questions. I do have an update about another thing that we talked about, but it's not a super big update. But um, the so I got an email from a user, and I'll read you the email. I did have to change a couple of the words around, just so we don't get flagged, but I don't think I changed it too much to where you can figure out what's going on. I did the technique you suggested for cleaning back there. I'm straight, so I was only concerned with the external drive. I feel like maybe you left some parts out. I ended up running out the shower, soaped down, sitting on the toilet. I thought I was going to have diarrhea while in the shower. I was completely freaked out, but I looked it up, and it turns out that people use soap and water for enemas in the old days. We did continue the plan, and it was great, but I just wanted to suggest you add that little tidbit to the lesson. You absolutely got me. Okay, you absolutely got me. I thought I did, but maybe when you heard it, I didn't. I'm not perfect. You might be right. You might be right. So I'm assuming the external hard drive is just like the outside, just basic shower cleaning, not like the whatever, but just the the touch up that you would need to do if you were gonna have visitors. Okay, okay. So, yes, your body is very sensitive to soap and water and anything that you would be entering or introducing, that's the word I want to use, that you would be introducing to your digestive tract, which is literally what that is an extension of down there. Like all of that is looped all together and it's a part of your digestive tract. And yes, they did in the old days. In the old days, just use soap and water for enemas. They still do that today. It's still a very common practice um, that people do, even medically. People, soap and water is usually the go-to when it's yeah. But if you are not used to it, and you do get a little robust with your soap and water, and absolutely you will feel like you have to poop. You will feel like that. And just depending on how much you get in there, like you're not, of course, supposed to be in there holding it open, okay? But I applaud you for for the initiative for sure. But yes, if you do get a little a little jazzy with the soap and the water, you can essentially trigger your digestive system to react and to flush itself like it would if you were performing that procedure. So yeah, I'll make sure going forward that we definitely add that. Okay. Okay. You get me. You get me. I'm still proud of you though. I'm still proud of you. Convince more people to do it so I can stop hearing these girls talking about how dirty y'all are. Like it just makes me sad. Why are y'all out here being dirty? Leaving streaks on the sheets? Y'all. No, that is so sometimes that's mean. I'm not gonna say that. Yes, I am. Sometimes people walk in their own shit and then be like, who smells like that? And like sometimes you create your own catastrophes. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. You definitely don't have to, that is not a lesson you need to learn the hard way. Okay. Not listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. That is not a lesson that you want to learn the hard way. You do not want someone that you are about to be intimate with to have to ask you to wash your body or to be bombarded by odors. And did you know I was doing some research for a class that I'm doing? Um, odors or olfactory, however you say that word. That is one of the prominent senses that will turn a person off, like odors and being able to smell things is a part of your arousal process, but it's also like a part of your desire. And so if offensive odors if you're met with offensive odors, it can literally dial down. I mean, of course you know that. Excuse me. Nobody wants to be wrapped up with um someone who's not clean. But it's not just you're making a decision to not do that. Like your body literally will react and your arousal will go down based on the senses that you're using. and your sense of smell is a very, very strong arousal tool, and it can either make or break an experience. So that's not a lesson you have to learn the hard way. You can definitely pick that one up. Let me use you, okay, and tell you to just go ahead and clean as much of it and as often as you need to, which was funny because that was the second question somebody asked me. Again, this is the second time somebody asked me this, and I don't know. I'm just gonna keep answering it. Someone asked, "How often do I shower? Like, how often do you shower?" And so here's the thing. Um, in a 24-hour period, I am likely to shower at least twice. Okay. Um, I work out, like I lift weights and stuff, and so I need to shower after I get back from the gym. Um, like every day when I get back from the gym. I'm also very active, if you know what I mean, and so I always need to be re-clean before and after that. And so, like, literally, when you take your shower, you go to bed. You don't go to bed, you just get in the bed. And then you'll need a shower in the morning. Then you'll get up in the morning, and then you'll take a shower, and then you'll go to the gym, and you take another shower, and then you either go to work or you go to work first, then go to the gym, and then you take another shower, and you just repeat the cycle over and over and over. So it's not necessarily like a thing of how often you need to do it. Um, First of all, at minimum, you should be showering every day. I'll say that as many times as I need to. At minimum, you need to be showering every day. And I know people are talking about your microbiome and all that stuff. And it still baffles me that we have not linked our overall skin care to Black Don't Crack. Like, Black people just literally have better skin care. We use lotion. We make sure we got our stuff on. We moisturize. We also have melanin, so like that helps. But we exfoliate, which is what a wash towel does. Is it helps clean out the sebum and the things that can clog up the pores and cause back and chest acne and all these other things. Um, but some of that just has to do with care, just being able to care. And I know that they tell you that back in the day, the animals and you messing up your skin barrier, baby, you are breathing in poison every day, all day. Like you are. Some places are so smogged out that they have alerts to tell you to stay in the house some days. You think that's good for your skin? There is wind. I'm in Oklahoma, so you can literally go outside and come in and wipe your arm, and you have dirt speckles and stuff like on your arm from just blowing, like being in a field where there was dirt. All of these things are happening around you, and all of those things can be harmful for the skin. Your barrier will learn. Your body learns. That's what it does. That's been doing it your whole life. But if you are inundating your immune system with having to fight off these infections and all this dirt and stuff is clogged up and it's constantly having to do all this excess work to keep you at homeostasis, it won't be available when you actually do get sick. So as much as you can to take care of your body, it's important that you are doing what you need to do. But it's not so much like how often you shower. It's you need to be showering when you are doing extenuating things, okay? So if you are working out, if you're going on a run, if you're walking the dog 3 miles, if you're going on a hike, if you are playing with your kids in the park, anything where you are outside and you are running up a sweat and your body is taking in the pollutants that's out and kicking out the stuff that's in your skin and all of that's going on, you need to be taking a bath or taking a shower, however it is you need to clean. And especially if you're going to be engaging in intimate activity, it is imperative that your body is clean because your microbiomes could mix with your partners or not mix with your partners and cause lasting damage that we just don't need. So if you introduce bacteria into the body, sometimes the body can't handle it if you get like, say there's bacteria that gets pushed up like deep in your uterus, and that bacteria can travel into your kidneys, and it could cause your kidneys to shut down. You know what happens when your kidneys shut down? Like, yeah, it could cause, yeah. So, like, it is not just a, oh, you just want me to be clean, blah, blah, blah. It's literally healthier for both partners to be regularly showering. And so, if you're like one of those people that say, oh, I don't sweat that much, that's fine too. But this, again, this is not one of those things where you're just like, you need to be making sure you take 2 showers a day. It's if you know that you are out in the world doing things that are going to make you dirty. You're sitting on bus seats, you are rubbing up against poles on the train, you are sitting on handles, you're grabbing things, you're propping yourself up against desks at the post office. You're doing all of these things, picking up all this dirt and debris from outside and just letting it sit on your body. That's not what we want to do. You also have organisms living on your skin. It's their job. That's what they're supposed to be doing. And the things that you're introducing to that skin could be feeding those organisms. And if they feed those organisms, depending on what kind of organisms it is, it could cause you could have skin rashes, you could have breakouts, you can, all kinds of things. So it's just better to just make sure that you are keeping your body clean and that you are taking care of yourself so that you can take care of your partners. You do not want to be, be the reason why your partner has BV or any other types of diseases or not diseases, any other types of imbalances due to different types of bacteria being introduced. Okay? You got me. You pooping, you scooping what I'm pooping. All right. Okay, okay. Those were the only two questions I have. I don't know. Every time somebody's like, "How often do you shower?" I'm like, I don't know why this. I mean, I guess I do. I do talk about showering a lot. Being clean is super important to a healthy sexual existence. Like my daddy used to say, "If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready." Okay, so staying ready includes learning how to take care of your body, and sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we really just don't know. If no one ever told you you need to take a shower after you go to the gym, or you should take a shower after you've been out all day, before you get in the bed and bring that all of the pollutants of the outside in the inside. And that's even more crazier to me because like what's those things called that clean the air purifiers are super important. How is it that you don't think it's important to wash your body, but you need to make sure that the pollutants are pulled out of the air so you don't breathe them? Do you think it only messes with the inside of your body? Yeah, we gotta take some baths, people. We gotta wash it up. Wash it up. And some people are just, I seen a lady that was doing a thing of where she was doing a series of showering every day until she liked it. And it's just not something that she knew growing up. She just didn't, that wasn't, wasn't like she was neglected. It's just like it was something that she didn't know. That's what people did. But, she got on Black Shower Talk and they talked about taking a shower. Like, I have to shower. Like, I can't get in my bed. Sorry, I'm touching stuff. I can't get in my bed. I need to be clean when I get in the bed. I need the sheets to be clean. I need to be comfy and snuggled up and just enjoying my little life. And I can't do that if I'm dirty and like I feel it. I do. I feel it. I feel like it's on my neck. I was sweating earlier. It's on my neck. So, just take care of yourself. It's important. It's an important part of your existence, but it's also a very important part of your sexual existence. Okay? All right. Okay. We don't have any other questions. So I'm gonna let y'all go because like it's gonna be storming. Bruce came in here just randomly and brought me this, so probably gonna need a shower in the morning. Probably gonna be showered a little bit, so I am not complaining, baby. I'm gonna drink that whole glass. Hmm. And I will see y'all back here. Dang, that was a hard pop. Sorry. I will see y'all back here next Wednesday. Um, we have some stuff coming up. I am doing a hygiene class. I hope it do. I hope it is a storm this weekend so I could just stay in the house and work. But that means I need to clean up now because then I'll just spend the whole weekend cleaning up and then I won't work and I really want to work. So I have to figure out I have to figure that out because I do want to work. Um yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to do that this weekend. We can get the hygiene class finished and then I have a book that I'm working on. I'm trying to get that done too. Um, and like I got some old projects that have been kind of like scratching in the back of my head that I'm gonna try to get done and get pulled off of some of my old computers. That I'm talking about like, yeah. So this is gonna be funny. But yeah, it's busy. So I'm still in my busy season. So, oh, hi Ryan. um, we're still in the busy season, so we're running on fumes, but we're still running nonetheless. Make sure that you are following us so that you can get your notifications when we go live. If you have questions, again, you can always email me if you think of something and you know, can't make it or wanted to tell me when you think about it. You can send me a message to expressionofrepression@gmail.com or you can message me on any of my social media sites and I will be happy to answer those questions and bring them back to the chat. Usually, any questions that you have are likely questions other people have also have. You just are the courageous one. You are the brave one. Even the person who was talking about that I need to step it up. I'm still rocking with you. And I appreciate you telling me that. I'll make sure going forward that I don't leave that part out. But I will see y'all back here next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard.